Texas specializes in minimum wage jobs. We are more focused on the higher wage jobs.
Well, you may not realize it, but there's the dogfight between California and Texas. It is on, with Governor Brown now on the attack, and for good reason. In our series, Saving the California Dream, California business leaders like Legalzoom CEO John Suh or Carl's Jr. CEO Andy Puzder say they're growing their companies, but they're not doing it here. They're growing them in Texas because the Lone Star State is giving them big incentives.
Texas politicians at the local, city, and state level are taking square aim at California businesses, encouraging them to relocate or set up new operations in Texas, and they're winning. We're courted by the governor's office, the mayor of Austin, the president of the city council, even the governor's wife was inviting us out to brunch. And they gave us over $1 million in incentives to set up operations in Austin. And we did. And within 12 months, we had 150 new jobs there.
In Texas, from the time you apply for your permits to build to the time you can start construction, the average time is about 6 weeks. In California, it's about 8 months. It's hard to run a business here, it's hard to open a business here, and then your employees have to pay a tax. The difference in Texas is you can open them, and then when you run it, your employees, they don't get taxed. There's no state income tax. We don't want to leave. We want to see California recover.
Texas has a strategy of encouraging and enticing business to locate operations, and it's very, very effective. It's a dogfight, and I'd hope that the city and state get together on one page.
All right, so now our series producer, Heidi Cuda, joins us. And Heidi, you know, you actually did call Governor Perry's office today. What did he say about this thing that Governor Brown pointed out?
He said he loves a good dogfight, and he firmly believes in competition between states. He also confirmed what we all kind of know to be true, but he did make it totally confirmed today that he does call our California CEOs to get them to move to Texas. That's exactly why Carl's Jr. is growing there, because he called Andy Puzder directly and asked him, hey, come visit me in Austin. So here's his response to Brown's comments. With low taxes, a reasonable regulatory climate, a state budget that is balanced with billions in our rainy day fund, and a legal system that doesn't allow for oversuing, it's no surprise that businesses are choosing Texas. So he's getting dirty, you know, that's just it. And I think California is really waking up to that.
Well, what about the whole minimum wage thing? You know, Brown said yesterday that, well, great, yeah, but they have 5 times the minimum wage jobs California does.
Right, and it's funny how he says they're only going for the higher jobs, but as you know, Legalzoom brought 150 jobs, and those are not minimum wage jobs. And also Waste Connections up here actually just announced they're moving to Houston from Sacramento County, and that's one of the biggest employers up there, and those are not minimum wage jobs. The other thing is, we want the minimum wage jobs, those jobs that Andy Puzder and Carl's is bringing to Texas, 300 new restaurants. That has a manager that employs, you know, truckers, the food industry, construction. We want the minimum wage jobs. You know, I got a kid about to turn 16. I'd love him to get a job at a newly opened restaurant here.
Well, right, exactly, and it creates so many more jobs every time you start a new Carl's Jr. or anything else, without a doubt. Heidi, thank you. And by the way, Heidi, I called Governor Brown's office because I kind of wanted to know where he got his figures about Texas having 5 times the number of jobs. And
you waiting for that call back?
Well, it's either that or the email.
Yeah,
nope,
exactly.
No email yet.
You know, it's great. They're engaging. It's getting dirty. I'm just glad that California is finally in the fight, because Texas has been doing this for years.
Exactly. I mean, we're all pointing this out because we want California to win, not because we want it to lose.
And those 2 CEOs are so Cali proud. They love California. You heard Puzder. He wants to grow his business here.
You're right. You're very right. Heidi Cuda, thank you very much.